Okay, here we're asked to determine whether the lines passing through each pair of points are parallel, perpendicular. Okay, here we're asked to determine whether the lines passing through each pair of points are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. Recall from a previous video, we said that if two lines are parallel, then they have the same slope. So if it turns out that this slope and this slope are equal to each other, then we know the lines are parallel. We also showed that perpendicular lines have slopes that are negative reciprocals, which just means that one of them is positive and one of them is negative, and that they're reciprocals of each other. So let's find the slope of each of these and see which it turns out to be. Maybe it'll be neither one of these things. So the formula for slope, recall, is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And remember we said it makes no difference which one of these is x1, y1 and which one is x2, y2. So I'm just going to label them like this. So y2 minus y1 is going to be 10 minus 4. x2 minus x1 is negative 3 minus a negative 10. Negative 3 minus a negative 10. Simplifying that, we get 10 minus 4, which is 6. And remember, negative 3 minus a negative 10, that's that double negative, so that turns into negative 3 plus 10, which is 7. So we get a positive 6 over 7. This guy, same thing. We'll go in the same order. y2 minus y1. So 3 minus a negative 4 is the y2 minus y1. x2 minus x1 is negative 8 minus a negative 2. All right, so we have on top 3 plus 4, which is a positive 7. And in the denominator, we have negative 8 plus 2, which is negative 6. So this is a negative 7, 6, right? Remember, if there's a negative on the top or on the bottom, if either one of those is negative, then the whole thing's negative. If they were both negative, then the whole thing would be positive. But that's a negative slope. That's a positive slope, so they have opposite signs, and they're reciprocals of each other. So we know that the lines formed by this pair of points and this pair of points, those lines are perpendicular. Now, it's worth mentioning that if this had turned out to be 6 over 7, then we would be saying the lines are parallel. Or if this had been anything else besides what it turned out to be, or besides 6 over 7, then we'd say, well, then it's neither one. They're not parallel, they're not perpendicular, so it would be neither.